Hey guys, it's Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to go over some things that I think you will need for your first dog or puppy. With the holiday season coming around, I know quite a few people who get dogs around this time of year, whether that be on their own or as a gift, and just a little bit of caution before buying a dog for someone as a gift. Make sure that they are ready for that kind of commitment and is something that they want, because dogs are a 15-year commitment. They need care every day. So just a word of advice, make sure that you are ready for the long haul. But anyways, let's get right into the video. First thing you're going to want to get is a leash, a harness, and a collar for your dog, and make sure it fits them. It is suitable for them, especially like a harness. There are so many different types and styles of harnesses you can get, whether that be like on their chest, under their stomach, or like their rib cage, one of the halty style around their noses. You might have to try a few and see what works best for you and your dog. And don't be discouraged if the first one you get isn't the perfect one. With Sully, it took us multiple tries to find one that he responds to well, so don't be too hard on yourself. And on the collar, you are going to need a dog tag issued by your township, so that's something else you will want to look into, and you have to renew each year. You're going to want to have a water and food dish, one of each. They don't have to be anything super expensive. You can find some great ones at like Walmart, any pet store. You can buy like the cheaper white thick plastic. That's what we actually have for Sadie's food bowl. Or you can be like my brother and invest in a Yeti water bowl that he so kindly bought for them for Christmas last year. But it doesn't have to be super fancy. It could just be even like stainless steel. Just something to help hold their water and their food. I believe dogs should have like a little space of their own, so that's why we got our dogs their dog beds. You can buy the super big ones that are very like squishy and plush from Costco. I think those are a great option. You get a huge dog bed for a reasonable price, but just anything where they can lay down, especially if you don't let them up on your furniture. For the first little bit of Sully's life with us, he was crate trained, and I really recommend having a crate to put your dog in, whether that's just overnight or also like when you're gone for a few hours throughout the day, so that they can have their safe space. Each dog is unique. Sully was in his crate for quite a while just because we couldn't really trust him out and about in the house, but Sadie, she was in the crate for a bit, but then did fine outside of it. So having a crate where they can also have some space of their own to go into, and where you know that they'll be safe in there if you do have to leave for a bit. You're going to want to have poop bags and a little poop bag holder. We have a poop bag holder that attaches to the leash, which is very handy so that you always have some and don't find yourself running out when you're on walks. You can buy like huge boxes of them from Costco again, and they last quite a long time. I think it's a good idea to invest in some good quality toys. A toy that I recommend is a Kong, the fillable Kong, where you can like shove Greek yogurt, some frozen kibble, some peanut butter in there, and it keeps them entertained for hours. But if you do, you can't guarantee this, but I think if you invest a little bit of money in some higher end but more durable toys, they don't get shredded or destroyed as easily. But you can't guarantee that, because some dogs are very determined at like shredding every single toy they get. But you don't need too many toys. You don't have to go super overboard, just like a few, like probably like 3 or 4 toys to start off. Buying the appropriate food and kibble for your dog is very important. There are so many options, so spend some time looking and researching the different brands and what their claims are. So Sully has a sensitive stomach, so he needs to be on like salmon, because that's a little bit more gentle on his digestive system, whereas Sadie's on a senior weight management food. There are a whole bunch of different brands you can look into. I find most pet stores are pretty knowledgeable on their kibble, but if you have any questions, always go to your vet. which is another thing that is important to have, is a vet where your dog can be seen. So having their number, their emergency line as well, and saving up for these vet appointments are important. So having a bit of money set aside for emergencies. If you have the luxury of having a backyard, having something to like hold your dog in your yard, so whether that be one of the longer leashes, a fully fenced in yard, or what we have is an electric fence for our dogs, so they have like a shock collar on, but something where something that will keep your dog in your yard and safe there, and that they won't just like take off for the road or for the neighbors. If you live in an apartment or some sort of complex where that isn't an option, just having like a little bit of a longer leash, and also maybe like utilizing your dog parks too, so they get some time off leash to run around. And if your dog will be outside, having some sort of shelter or doghouse for them to go in to escape the weather, like the snow, rain, heat, anything like that, just somewhere where they can take shelter. Grooming wise, depending on what kind of dog you get and their coat, you might need a grooming brush, something to like get up their loose hair, and like if they get mats or tangles or burrs stuck in them, just a brush to get through that, and nail clippers if you're going to be doing it yourself. Having a good pair. I know there are like nail scissors or like clippers, but then you can also get one that's like a little nail file type thing. I've never used a nail file, but finding, again, whatever works for you. Lastly, time and patience will be your best friend when you get a dog, and going through the training process and the adjustment period to them coming into your house and you learning how to live with a dog now. And time to walk your dog, to spend with your dog, to train your dog, and just making their life as good as possible in your home. It will be an adjustment period for you figuring it out. It might take a little longer than you're expecting, but if you have patience, things will get better. And don't be afraid to reach out to a dog trainer too if you are needing a little bit of assistance. But anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you found at least something in here helpful. I know when I was first looking into getting a puppy, these videos were super helpful for myself, just to kind of go through and start making a bit of a checklist and things that I wanted to look into. Honestly, when you first get your dog, I think less is more. Don't go like balls to the wall trying to get things. Just start slow. You can always go out and buy more after, but you never really want to buy stuff and not use it, I don't think. I would rather go and get it later and not overwhelm yourself and your dog. But anyways, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.